If you take a look at the market right now, it's saturated with so many great sim racing pedal options out there. Starting all the way from the Moza pedals, going all the way up to the Simtech hydraulics. And looking at it from the outside, it seems like our options are limitless. But in this video, I'm going to revisit a pedal set I've owned for quite a while. Over a year ago, I got the Imsim Talento pedals, and since then, I've tried a few different pedal sets, but I always end up coming back to these ones right here. Now, this review is going to be more of a long-term review. If you want to see my initial review on this, I'm going to put a link down in the description down below. But before I get into it, let me talk a little bit about Imsim as a company. So Imsim is a company that's been in the automotive industry for well over 30 plus years, and they specialize in creating beautiful motion rigs like the Alma and the Terra. Their first foray into sim racing hardware was with these pedals, and believe me, they really knocked it out of the park on their first try. So let's dive into it. The base 2 pedal set is going to cost around €615, and it's going to be close to €1,000 for the 3 pedal set with all the bells and whistles that come with it. Right now with me here, I have the 3 pedal set that comes with the base plate and the brake performance kit. Now, I'll admit these are not the prettiest pedals that are out there, but don't let their styling deceive you. Their beauty comes from how quickly you can adjust these pedals thanks to their arm and cam design. And using a special tool, you can adjust your pre-tension in a matter of seconds. So let's take a quick look at the pedals. Now let's talk about how well these pedals have held up over the last year and a half to 2 years. In 3 words, still brand new. The only thing I've had to do with these pedals ever since putting them on my rig is change out the elastometers to fit my needs, then also installing the SimMagic haptic feedback kit on it. That's it. I haven't had to do anything else. That's due to the philosophy over at Imsim where they build things to last, and that's thanks to their automotive background. Now, when we take a look at the pedals, the guys over at Imsim only made sure to use the best electronics and material that's out there. So for example, for the clutch and the gas, they use automotive grade potentiometers, the same that you would find in the super sports cars, not the stuff that you would find in the Logitech pedals or the Thrustmaster pedals. And they're rated to last over 2 million cycles. That's equivalent to driving Nordschleife for 10 years straight. The brake load cell pedal is a custom-made Maven unit that's rated up to 180 kilograms. Now, over time, you can expect the elastometers to get soft, meaning you have to recalibrate your pedals. But I haven't had to do that yet with these pedals, and here's why. Just think this little sleeve right here, if you can see it. I'll get you guys a little closer shot. This right here, when you put your elastometers on, you're gonna have a little gap right here, and these are designed to make sure that the elastometers don't go past their manufacturing threshold rating, thus increasing their longevity and preventing them from splitting apart, ripping apart, and wearing out. Because of that, my brake pedal hasn't lost a beat, and I haven't had to change or switch any of them out ever since I originally installed them onto the pedals themselves. And let's say you want to switch from driving a car that normally has a hard brake to something softer, it's really easy to do. You just got to untighten the bolts, pull out the elastometers, and replace them and retighten again. Now, if you do go for this set, I do recommend getting the brake performance kit as well, as it's going to give you a lot more options. The base kit comes with a 60 kilogram and an 80 kilogram elastometer, while you get way more options with the performance kit. What I do like about this kit is it can be inverted if you want. On both sides of the brake, you have an RL connection for both the gas and the clutch, and all you need to do is tell the software which one is which. So the clutch pedal, or the no clue pedal, or what do you want to call it, the anti-theft pedal, is great, and it feels very mechanical and natural when you compare it to a normal clutch that you'd find in a real car. Again, with this one, you can adjust the preload, throw, the strength of this pedal to your liking. You can quickly adjust how much of a mechanical feel you want. And if you want a strong feel, you just move the arm down. If you want a soft feel, you move it up. And I found the soft feel to be the best when it comes to heel-toe technique. You can also get the pedal guards that stop your feet from sliding off the throttle when you're readjusting your foot, especially if you're doing those long endurance race sessions where you kind of need to move your feet around to stop the cramping, which I think is a really great add-on to this kit. So let's talk about some of the downsides. And now this one they have rectified since release, but when they first came out with these pedals, it came with a really narrow plate when you compare them to these pedals right here. They made this plate to be as wide as the Fanatic V3 pedals, but these pedals are quite a bit bigger than the Fanatic, so I felt my feet were very cramped. Last year they did release a wider plate to give you a little bit more space. I just haven't had the time to get the plate and swap my pedals out to make it better, make it more comfortable for me to drive. Another thing that's glaring when you look at these pedals is the faceplates. The faceplates look very bland, and a little bit ugly, and I can get past the clutch and the brake faces, but I wish they had something else for the throttle, and I wish they had a lot more options, especially with how expensive these pedals can be when you get all the different prices and options. So again, it's really an aesthetical thing. So if some people are really gonna like this, some people are not. I just wish they gave us the option to have different kinds of pedals, faceplates, for us to swap out and pick and choose for what we want on these pedals. My next point is these pedals are quite a bit pricey. Now, when you compare them to the Huskenfeld Sprints or the Ultimates, so these sit right in between the Sprints and the Ultimates, but I would say these perform just as well as the Huskenfeld Ultimates. So is it a little expensive? Yes, but not when you compare them to Ultimates, which these pedals were built to compete with. But nowadays we have a lot more pedal options, like with the Simagic P1000s or now with the Moses CRP2s. So I feel like these pedals, when you compare them, are a little bit pricey, but again, you get a lot of different customization options to how you want to make your brake pedal, your gas, and your clutch feel. So I feel that's a little bit of a trade-off to make sure that you can fully customize these pedals, where I'm more in the mindset of I really want a pedal set that I can customize to fit my needs versus where I have to adjust my driving style to the pedals where you don't have a lot of customization options. But again, when you're looking at the price at first glance, it can throw you off a bit. But when you actually start using these pedals, you'll understand why they are at the price that they are. So what are my final thoughts on these pedals? I've had these pedals for over 1.5 to 2 years on my rig. Yes, I've swapped them out to try different pedals on my rig, but these are my workhorse pedals. These are the pedals that I use on my league racing, on our endurance races. This is what's always, for the most part, are always on my rig when I'm doing my actual competitive racing or just having fun too. And they still behave like they're brand new. I've never had to readjust them. I've never had to recalibrate them since the day I installed them onto my rig, except for just changing out the oscillometers to fit my needs depending on the cars that I'm driving. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was a little different for me. I've never done a long-term review on these pedals. And again, I just want to showcase how great these pedals have been to me when it comes to my racing needs. And if you got any questions on them, please leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos coming out. Until next time, guys, have fun racing. Later.